Hey all, welcome back to the channel. Hope you are doing well today. Did you wake up this morning and think, I want to be stung by a bee? Well, probably not. But you may be interested in bees from Hive Investments and what honey they can provide you, at least the kind that you can't eat, but the kind that provides you passive income. If you're interested in hearing more about this and an update on this project and when it launches, stick around. We'll talk about all that in just a minute. So while we're talking about bees and buzzing, you should buzz your finger on down to that like button. I'd really appreciate if you hit that thing, smash it. It'd help me out greatly. And of course, sub to the channel and hit that notification bell so you know when the next video comes out. And while you're down there, I'd also like to ask you to check out the Sleep Money Club. Sleep Money Club is a great place to hang out in a community where we talk about building passive income through all sorts of different investments like cryptos and stocks. We talk about new projects, strategies, whitelist, and there's even some awesome giveaways to the members. You can chat directly with myself or with my friends and founders of the club, Decade Investor and your friend Andy. So if any of this interests you guys and gals, please check out the link down below. Give it a shot and I'll see you inside. So what is Hive Investments? Well, I'm not going to answer all that in this video, unfortunately. And I know, wait a second. If you actually go check out these videos right up here, you'll see that I've already answered most of those questions. And this video is just going to focus on what's new, what's happened with Hive Investments since those two videos. Definitely check those out if you aren't familiar with Hive Investments and the basics around tokenomics, the team, and all the cool stuff that they're doing in this project. So what's new? Well, the Queen's auction was a very, very big thing that they did that raised a lot of money. In fact, it was over 1 million DAI. So really good amount of money that they raised there, and they sold 20 queens. And these queens are not just any queen, right? They actually earn a lot more honey based on the amount of the auction that they raised. So very cool things there. That adds a lot of liquidity to the platform. And I just want to mention one more thing that I mentioned in the previous videos. They have like 35,000 followers on Twitter. And as a result, they really don't have marketing, guys. Now, I'm not saying they don't have a team focused on marketing, but their marketing was so successful on Twitter that they really didn't have to do anything new or spend money. They just got on Twitter, engaged with the community, and the community has now provided all sorts of good influence out there, because that's where I found them at originally, was Twitter. Now, stopping back and going back to all that liquidity they raised, as a result, all of these people that were really active and did their best to create graphics and all kinds of cool things out there on Twitter, a lot of those guys and gals got put into the whitelist for Hive. Some of them did not get on the whitelist. That's okay. I'm going to see if I can get into launch. Potentially, I'm trying to wrangle with it because it's about $1,000. So I've got to make that decision soon, right? But I'm really excited for this launch. I do like the project. And the point of that is that whitelist, all of those people have since put that money in. They purchased their special honey tokens that they could get. And that has since raised almost 1.5 million DAI. It is insane the capital they raised through all of this, the private sale and the Queen's auction. So these guys are doing great with the liquidity on this platform. I believe that ends up being close to 4 million that they'll have in liquidity just for the launch of this token and this project. This is really good news. I think this says a lot for sustainability, and that's one of their core efforts, is focusing on sustainability. Another new update is Hive Academy. So it's not new as in I mentioned in my video, but it is new as in it's launched, and you can go check it out, and I'll show you screens in just a second. So what's cool about this is this shows that the team and the project is all behind teaching new people in crypto and even advanced people in crypto more about all sorts of things, not just Hive related, but the entire DeFi area. So I think that's really good. That speaks volumes to them that they want to keep people educated, because this can be a dangerous environment and you can lose money so fast if you're not educated in this. So in my opinion, this is a great thing. And again, I think you should check it out. Check out the screens that I'm showing and go check out the website. You can do all kinds of free courses right now if you don't know a lot about it. And of course, they'll have other courses launching, and I believe they're going to charge honey for some of those courses, because there's a lot of effort that goes into these between the documents. They have videos as well. And so I think it's pretty cool and you should check it out. So the last major update that I have for you is the Hexagon update. What is Hexagon? As a reminder, it is basically their NFT trading platform. So they set this up, and this is a little background that they gave recently that is pretty cool, I think. They set this up literally because they didn't have another place to go that they were comfortable listing their NFTs. And so OpenSea does not allow you to put an NFT that actually generates passive income. It's against their terms of policy or service. So they decided they had to do something, obviously, right? They have to have somewhere to list these so people can actually buy and sell the NFTs. And along with that, what they've done is they've given another area for other projects to come in because there's a lot of projects that are releasing NFTs now as nodes have moved away from burnt income where you can't trade them or do anything with them other than earn as we move to NFTs so other projects can come in, they can actually have those projects listed as NFTs and people can come buy and sell there. And the kicker is they can use the native token honey if they choose. Now, what I want to say is that gives huge potential for sustainability. If they can get a lot of projects coming in here, this can raise a major amount of revenue for Hive Investments and thus boost honey and keep it at a very, very nice level if it all works out. Now, again, that's if it all works out. But I really like what they're doing there. That is a really, I don't want to say it's an innovation, but it is. You can take it either way. I think it is a huge, huge possibility that this is going to end up helping keep this project alive. So before we actually hit Hive Investments and what I like about it, I want to mention that I've actually put together something I call the floor for node projects that I use to say, am I going to look at them? Are they worthwhile looking at, doing a video on, investing in? And I tend to say not 100%, but going to take them and push them to the side and look for better projects that are safer, that have better sustainability, et cetera. And so that floor is simply a couple of things. Sustainability is a major item there. So you can't just say we're going to make 4% for you daily through this node project and well, that's the it. Okay. Well, how are you going to last longer than a month? Maybe even less than that. So I'm looking for more than that. Hive Investments is a good example of this. So I will say they already have that handled. They've lowered rewards drastically. So 98% of the NFTs only provide you 0.5% a day. So that's an example. So sustainability is one of those major items. Security kind of stuff. Of course, KYC team member and or team members, docs team member and or team members. Those are hugely important to me. Of course, an audit for the project. I want to see an audit that protects us from bad code, uh, code that's got some issues with it that are there on purpose, trying to cause problems, to take money, etc., stuff like that. And of course, another major item is the multi-sig wallet. I want to see that. That is a super good layer of comfort for everybody out there, knowing that one person can't just run off with the money. Okay, so let's get back now. And it turns out that a lot of these things are covered for Hive Investments. So the good of Hive Investments. So sustainability, they already meet that as again, I've already mentioned that, but they meet that pretty well. And I'll add in Hexagon is another layer that I believe can provide sustainability for this project. So whether that was the intent in the beginning for this project, it actually adds some innovation by providing another platform for NFT projects to come in, which indirectly will generate, as it turns out, massive amounts of revenue if they can pull other projects in. OpenSea is a good comparison to that. The actual platform they went to that they can't put their NFTs on. Very good things there as a result of that, and it's what I like about this project. All right. Audit, we already mentioned they have an audit coming from Certic, and I believe that's going to be right before launch. I think they're basing their launch around that being out. The KYC team members, all the team members actually are KYC'd from what I could find. Now, on the other hand, doxed Loki, aka Colin, I believe he's the only doxed team member. I'd like to see more, but at least they have one person doxed. The multi-sig wallet we talked about, they're actually they have a multi-sig wallet. Now, the only issue I could find is I don't think there's a community member on this multi-sig wallet. I'd like to see that. It's not a hard and fast rule, but at least the multi-sig wallet between multiple members puts a strike there so you can't actually see the entire team probably banding together and doing something that would be not okay. I guess that's the way to say it. So the other thing is this is not a fork. That is a huge thing. My background's in engineering as a software developer and hardware and all that stuff. So totally understand this from my perspective. I like the idea they're not a fork. They put a lot of time into this project. So this has been around since before December as far as the team forming and coming together. Don't know the exact date, but I can tell you that they have spent a lot of time on their code based on just around when they started appearing. So not a fork is always a good thing to make sure that code is built from the ground up. All right, so I mentioned it again, Hexagon, love Hexagon, both for sustainability and where it can take them. So harping on that again. All right, let's move over to the bad and what doesn't give you good feelings about most of these node projects. Ponzi-nomics. Hate it, but I got to say it. Uh, these are all based on Ponzi-nomics to start. So all of that money was raised for liquidity. You know, whether or not that's going to be invested, it's going to be used to pay back people. I mean, there's a rewards pool, and some of that's going to be in the rewards pool, and it's going to pay back people that are in there both now and later. So that doesn't mean that this is all bad. This isn't like a hard strike. It's just all these node projects start this way. And here is the cut in the discussion for a second. I am not a financial advisor. Shouldn't even be talking about it that way. I have no background in finance. Again, I'm an engineer. So I do numbers. So that's, we can say that kind of qualifies me to know something, I guess. But you guys, I'm not different from you watching this. I'm just on the other side of the screen and you're watching me and you're getting all the information I'm giving you, the research I did, but that doesn't qualify me to tell you how to invest your money. So you need to do your own research, feel good about your investment. Don't listen to me. Just use the information I have and go out there and make your own decision. Okay, off the soapbox. Everybody loves hearing that in these videos, don't they? All right. So Ponzi-nomics was the first thing we talked about. I don't like that in any of these projects, but it's there and you have to know it's there. Now, sadly, Hexagon, good, but Hexagon could be bad. You don't know if this is going to be successful, so I got to throw that out there. I think there's a good chance that they're going to be successful, so don't take this the wrong way, but it can be a bad because if they launch, if something goes wrong, if they don't get a lot of projects to come into the platform, well, now all they have on Hexagon is the bees from Hive. And that may or may not be a winning situation because that's going to severely reduce income and thus severely reduce what honey could be. It could drop as a result of that. It could lose a lot of value. Okay, so I'll say the smaller thing, I mentioned it. I'd love to see a community member be a part of that multi-sig wallet. I always think that's good, and that's been more common lately with these node projects because it helps protect your investment with another layer. Having somebody out there that's part of the community on there signing off, it just, you know, a little bit more friendly layer there, but that's it. So not a lot of bad, but you got to make your own decisions based off those three things that I mentioned to see if one of those is like a hard strike for you and you go, nope, can't buy into that project. Now, all right, so lastly, how do we buy this and when is the launch? Well, how you buy it, I'm going to put the link down to their Discord down in the comments section. You all can go check that out, click on it and go to a section called How to Buy. It's a channel on their Discord and you'll see all the details there. But the rundown is you need to actually do this on the Polygon network. That's where Hive Investments is going to do this platform. And you'll need Matic, of course. Sushi is where they're going to actually let you go buy the honey token. Be careful out there as always with these launches. Don't fall into the wrong token that's listed as honey as well. There's always stuff like that occurring on these launches, so be very careful. Now, as far as when the launch is, unfortunately, I can't tell you that. I wish I had the date. During the recording of this video, they were supposed to put the date out, the official launch date, and they have not. So I can't delay it any longer. However, they did give between the 27th and the 30th. That's your window. Today, the recording of this video is the 27th. So what I'll do is I'll put a comment down and pin it in this video in the comment section that will indicate once I find out what that date and time is for the launch. All right, that's the wrap for the video, guys. Good luck if you're going to go out there and try to purchase. I wish you all the best, and I will see you all in the next video. Thank you for watching.